Good morning, children. It is Professor Lütze back with a science lesson for you today. We are going to study properties of matter, okay, with Professor Lütze, and that's me. So, properties of matter. What are properties, you might ask? Well, properties are that the things that when you have a solid, a liquid, or a gas, you can describe them according to their properties. So, these are properties, boys and girls. Texture. Oops, lost my glasses. Sorry about that. A little boy named Declan broke them, I believe, so I had to fix them this morning. Texture, weight, color, shape, size, temperature. Do they sink or float? Are they solids, liquids, or gases? Are they magnetic? What is their volume? Do they smell? Do they taste? And can you hear them with sound? Here is an apple. For instance, if you happen to be blindfolded, could you describe this object by its properties? You might say, it is round, it is smooth, it smells, I know what this is, it is an apple. Very good, because you used its properties to describe the object. Just a moment, please. Okay, I think we're good. All right, now, here is an example for you. If you are looking at a crayon, what are its properties? Well, here's a crayon. It is smooth. It rolls. It is pointy. It's very light. It might be blue. This one is not. It is small. It is a solid, and it's hard, and it is waxy. Okay? These are all properties of a crayon. Now, one of the properties that we talked about was, does your object sink or float? Now, you have a science experiment today where you have a piece of paper and you have different objects listed on there. They look like this. I believe your teacher told you to write these down. And so what you're going to do is you are going to test these objects in the water. Okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. So I don't remember what order she had them in, but we're going to just toss them in and see what happens. So here is our water, and if you're going to try this yourself, you're going to need to have a big, large bucket of water and be able to see it. Just a minute, please. Professor Lütze is a little klutzy, little klutzy. Okay, so here is the water. I'm hoping that you can see it very well. Okay. Now we're going to try out our objects. Okay, so one of the things she had in there was an eraser. Let's try this. Do you think it will sink or do you think it will float? Did you predict? Let's try it. Here we go. Oh, it is a floater. Or, a sinker. It is a sinker. It's a sinker. It's sunk to the bottom. Okay. How about the dice? The dice. What do you think? Will it sink or float? Okay. Here we go. Oh, it was also a sinker. Sinker. Write that down. Next. I don't remember. Did she put shell on the list? I don't remember. Let's try it. What do you think will happen if I put the shell in there? If I put it in very carefully, very, very carefully, what will happen? It is floating. It's just like a boat because it pushes down upon the water and it is floating. Oh, now what happened? Amazing. It got some water inside the boat and it sunk to the bottom. It filled with water. It no longer displaced enough water, so it sunk to the bottom. Isn't that amazing? Next, we will try a domino. This one is made out of wood. What do you think will happen to this one? Did you predict? Let's try it. Here we go. What happened? It is floating. It is floating, and the reason for that is because a property of wood is that it floats. Okay? It floats. Now here's another domino. I believe this one was brought in by a young child named Matthew. Thank you, Matthew, for your donation of dominoes to the classroom. Now, this domino, a little bit heavier. It is made of some other kind of object. It is not made of wood. What do you think will happen with this one? Did you predict? Here we go. Oh, that is a sinker for sure. It sunk directly to the bottom. It must be heavier, and it sunk to the bottom. Last, we have a pen. One of Mrs. Lutz's red pens. Let's see what happens to it. What do you think? Will it sink or will it float? Oh. Oh. It's such a floater, it won't even go up and down. It is a floater. Did you know that? Now, what you can do, boys and girls, is you can do this project yourself. Sometimes it's fun to do into the bathtub. Just bring a bunch of objects with you, but make sure you okay it with mom or dad first. Okay? Now, I have many other objects that are in my little bucket here. I have a clothespin, and I have a coin, and I have a plastic coin, and a cork, and a rock, and a Q-tip. Wonder what happens with that. A little Easter egg, a bean. What do you think would happen with a bean? Try all these out and see what happens. It's fun. Here's a fun one too. Should we try this one? Cotton ball. What do you think will happen? Predict. Let's try it. Oh, it's a floater for sure. Look at that. Oh, wait, what? What's happening to it? Well, it was floating and now it is sinking. Why did that happen? Oh, you say it filled with water. It became heavier and sunk to the bottom. You are correct. Very good, children. Very good. Now remember all of these lovely properties of matter, and you will be a scientist like me, Professor Lütze. Have a wonderful day and try it out. Goodbye.